Now you mentioned earlier that a zombie. Now this picture you're seeing here, this is the same lady. Now if you look at the one on the right, she's got a brainwashed kind of look. Reading the book where this come from, she said that you felt euphoric then when that picture was taken. She believed she was happy, but when she left the cult that she was in, she realised that she was under mind control. But at the time, she didn't know that she was under mind control. And here's the later picture of her as she is today. You can see that she's got a more life picture on her face. So that is the same woman. The book, by the way, is called Twisted Scriptures, and it's about breaking free from churches that abuse. So it's not just the Watchtower that does it, a lot of other churches do it as well. Now, when someone is full up with beliefs, they've absolutely saturated with beliefs that have gone into their head. They're now changing their character. What they'll do is they'll go into a mode where they are reciting a speech. They will go into a speech mode, and they will talk like a robot, and they will say things like, and the Apostle Paul said, I can't do it, but they're talking like a speech, and they're very judgmental as well, instantly to judge. Now this is because having all that a Bible head makes one go round as if one's got a satellite navigator doing all the thinking for them. They've got a sat nav in their head, and they don't have to think about things because there's an answer in the Bible for everything, and it's never enough. The Bible is full of contradictions and things, and then one needs some sort of translation process between the Bible and the head, and that's where an organised religion comes in, because they make sure that they're sole arbiters of what they call the truth. The truth, incidentally, they package like buy the truth from us. Only we have the truth. Only no one else has the truth. Just us. Buy our truth. Right, now this black and white thinking. Right, what we have. This is an objective mind. What there is when we think about things, when we judgment of things, it's black, white, or grey areas, maybes and ifs, and we think, and this is the grey area is the bit that we do thinking with. Taking two sides to every story, for example. There's always two sides to every story, and that's what the grey area is about. Right, now when you look at someone with more black and white thinking, that grey area starts to get smaller, and then more black and white thinking. See how big the black and white thinking? That is why people in cults are very judgmental. They're very quick to judge, and after a while, when they're exposed to lots of negative, that if they're tuning themselves in to make the world look a bad place, then that black and white then becomes a lot more black and less white. They keep looking for the negative things. They're always looking for bad news and things like that, because they hope that they're going to the Armageddon's going to come soon. So okay, the two people. Right, supposing one person has doubts, maybe that person says, well, maybe that Bible has got inconsistencies in it. Are you sure that is correct? I mean, what makes you think that book is correct? And the other person will say, well, it's the Bible, isn't it? You can't argue with the Bible. Well, okay, well, what should we do then? I know what we'll look in the Bible. And what they do is they look in the Bible, and then they find, it says in the Bible that the Bible is true. And what that is we're right back to square one again, aren't we? Because we have got a thing called circular reasoning, a debate which goes nowhere. It's a game of Bible ping pong. Verse, the other person sends a verse, another points a verse, and it's just ping pong. And whoever's learnt the most verses wins. That's all it'll be. Now, back to the belief thing again, is that in real life what happens, because whoever's learnt the most Bible verses becomes the stronger. It's a kind of predatory thing. It's like a game of chicken in cars. One will have to flinch and give way. And it's on the doorstep when there's coercive persuasion. And there is the tolerance. It uses our human inbuilt natural tolerance that we have, and that's exploited to full effect. The person with the more dominant beliefs is a predator for the weaker one, and it would just do that. Now this utilisation of tolerance, that is passive acceptance. It was you don't argue with someone, you just agree with them, because and the other thing the Mormons do is the Mormons are trained into being that they sounds like that they know what they're talking about. They're actually trained themselves. Incidentally, I believe the Watchtower cult uses more subtle techniques. It uses more of lots of different types of techniques at the same time. Another thing about this passive acceptance things is one tends to go with the flow on things, and some people can't do that. Some people can't go with the flow. Something in them prevents them from doing that. Now these people, there's not many of these people around. These are the people that will stand up and say, hey, this is not right. Because many people will just go with the flow and not say anything. So, right, this is my suggestion for how to deal with this problem that you've got with the Bible verse. Now, I'm not saying my way is any better than anybody else's. I'm not saying that my way is perfect. I'm saying this is a suggestion for you to consider. What you need to do is you need to look at the different viewpoints. Take a look at different views. What do other people say about it? Ask around. What you've done on YouTube, putting a video on, asking for comments, is an excellent idea. But the thing is, don't forget, you're likely to get into this passive acceptance things if you don't watch out. So don't take everything, because if it sounds too good to be true, or it sounds too good, it might not be really good. You need to take both sides of the story. You need a prosecution and a defence. That's taken to extreme, that is. Because, I mean, in a courtroom, with an expert witnesses, they've let the jury down, haven't they? The expert witnesses have got it wrong. So you don't rely on one source. Take several stories and compare stories. That's what you must do, compare stories. Because, and in fact, when you're interviewing witnesses, they may well give different stories, but don't worry if they do. If everybody gave the same story, that would be bad news. That means they're lying, or they're conspiring together, or something like that. If their stories are slightly different, it usually means that they're telling not the truth, because I don't believe there is such thing as the truth. But you can get as close to truth. You can get close to it, but you can never reach 100.0% truth. So that's it. Take various sides. So that's what I do. If something is credible, if something is valid, it will stand up to scrutiny. You can ask questions about it without you being put off or discouraged for being critical at all. And that's it really. Don't be afraid to ask questions.